get everything I want to get. I have some fun with it and make her mama trip. Cause if I'm in her life, it's a problem. A real plan's at your door, you better stop him. Turn your back on the bitch, she ain't acting right. He hit it way before you, now he's back in her life. What you gon' do when you lose her? She got a nigga on the side just to use her. If it's me, I'm parking at the front door, and you'll be knocking on her bedroom window. You see the shadows, you hear the sound, but you don't do nothing, you just turn back around like a bitch. Feelings hurt, ready to cry. You can't believe everything she said was a lie. She got a lot of bitch in her, but not more than you. I never underestimate what you want to do.
Act like a bitch. That's why I don't got love her. Oh, that's why too short need for this thing. So homie, please don't marry that bitch. And that's why I'm never.
Never sipping and stripping and skipping and drifting and missing. These cats that I be hanging around don't listen. I be hipping and sipping and smoking and drinking and spitting. And these musty mouth girls, they be tripping. Only the bitch thought she was that. I knew that bitch was thinking what she thought what she was thinking. But she shouldn't have thought that. Told her the money cost too much and I ain't got it down. You got to pay me. Or pay me, no, never mind. Don't sit on the toilet when I go piss. You got feminine tendencies like a bitch. I'm solid and concrete, I keep it foul. We pull up in something, acting a dog. She lifting her dress up, showing her mom. See you tripping, he tricking, throwing her money. Good, TCH, all in her face. Don't so late, stay on the case.
That's why I don't got love her. Oh, that's why too short need for this thing. So homie, please don't marry that bitch. And that's why I'm
For the water, too short. Short dog in the house.
For the water. Alright, show. You know what I've been noticing?
All bitches ain't women.
All bitches ain't women, man.
No.
Some of these niggas, man, be acting like bitches, man.
Yeah.
Female puppies, man.
You already know.
Look, get a real one in your life, man. Get a real one in your life. That's what I tell a bitch.
That's how we do it.
Ooh,
Show.
niggas be acting like bitches. Female puppies, man.
Bitch.
Nigga, don't act like a bitch. That's why I don't got love her. Oh, that's why too short need for this thing. So homie, please don't marry that bitch. And that's why I'll never be a bitch.
Shalom Israel with Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Still out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Your Honor. Today is the Sunday Scripture Breakdown class in Houston, Texas. If you got any questions, you know what I mean, you can most definitely type your questions in the comments box on Facebook and on YouTube. That's why we're here. You can't raise your hand and ask questions in church. So the priests and prophets are here to answer all the questions that you need answered. And until we see some questions, I'm going to talk on the topic, don't be a weak man. Each nation on this earth is ruled by the men. And you can't expect for women to rule your nation. You can't expect for women to be the leaders of your people and to raise a strong people. And as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the white man and our oppressors have put our women above us to where now they are leading the house. And that's why you see so many drug addicts and weak, effeminate, homosexual men, because they were raised by women. Because no man was there to teach them how to be a man. A woman can't teach a man how to be a man. Right. A woman can teach a boy, what she feels, you know what I mean? But she can't teach him how to use that testosterone. And when you have a man that is raised by a woman and he watch women react to things all the time, then what you get is an emotional man. And when you have an emotional man raising a household, then he becomes just like that woman that raised him. You see what I'm saying? What he does, he don't know how to deal with his feelings. You know what I mean? He get upset. He do what his mama or his granny or his auntie did. What does she do? She bust the windows out your car. You know what I mean? She put your tires on flat. So, and he's not gonna just punch a hole in the wall, but he gonna go hit you upside the head with a pistol too. You understand? Because he don't have estrogen. He has testosterone. So he's going to magnify what he saw her do on a manly level. You understand? And that's why it's important that's why the Isupk is so important, because it teaches a man how to be a man, and it teaches a woman how to be a woman. The equilibrium of Black, Hispanic, and Native American men and women are totally off balance. We are walking in the wrong shoes. The woman is trying to be the man, and the man is trying to get in touch with his feminine side. He's trying to be more soft, and the women are trying to be more hard. That's why we messed up, man. So we're going to talk about how to be a strong man, because that's not, the world calls a strong Black man, he calls that what? Toxic masculinity. They call you being strong toxic. Your strength and your authority and your power is toxic in this place, because it's the thing that can actually fix you. Right. And your oppressors don't want you fixed. They don't want you better off. Right. They have had a system set up to keep you in this mindset for so long. They put you in the state that you're in mentally. Right. So anything that looks like it's going to put you back in that strength is evil. Damn right. It's toxic. So now we're going to give you what a woman is supposed to do and how she's supposed to view her husband and her man, and how a man is supposed to be. Right. Give me Genesis 3:16. Select.
Sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
Now let me ask you a question. Every animal on this earth gives labor, right, gives birth, right, goes into labor and has their child. You understand? But to the woman, the Lord said he's going to multiply your sorrow in conception. Keep reading.
Come, sir. And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Your what?
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
The Lord has made it to where your longing and your desire should be to your man. That's what you should. Your desire should be to build up and to do what your man needs. Because the kingdom of heaven is not the queendom of heaven.
Right.
The kingdom of heaven is rulership of men.
Right.
So you should want to do what your king wants.
Right.
You should desire to help him and to be what he needs. Because women are supposed to be what kind of mate? Go ahead, show the punch.
So like you said, a helpmate?
A helpmate. That's what you're supposed to be, a helpmate. You're supposed to be the person that you are, a perfectly made assistant to your man.
Right.
You understand? Your man is the founder and the CEO, and you are the ones with all the excellent ideas to make the business great. As your man walk in the gates and walk through the streets, they're going to say, man, you're such a great man, man. And I know what it is that it's that secret weapon you got back there.
Goddamn.
You got that secret weapon back there. And he going to be like, you damn right. Yes, you sure right. That's exactly what I got.
Right.
The Lord made us different for a reason. The Lord made a man to be a protector, and he made a woman to be innovative.
That's right.
He made a woman to have a mindset that, that a lot of men just don't have. You understand? And that's how we balance each other off. We balance each other off by you being you and me being me.
Right.
We don't both have to be the same.
That's right.
And what you are looking for, because America is teaching you, you are looking for someone who's just like you.
Good night.
You are looking for an effeminate man because you are effeminate. You are looking for a weak man because you want somebody that you can control. You don't want to follow, and you don't want your desire to be his desire.
Right.
You want his desire to be your desire. It's backwards. Go ahead.
Salaki, if I may, sir.
Happy wife, happy life.
You see that? That's exactly right. That's the mindset that they raise you up in. They want a man to make it to where everything should cater around the woman.
Right.
Now, when men say that, they trying to you a slave.
Right.
You understand? So if you are telling men, or if you are telling women that if she's listening to her husband, she's a slave, then the man that's submitting and listening to his wife is a what? A slave.
Right.
If that's your logic,
Right.
if you want to say that's your logic is if you doing what he say do, then you a slave.
Right.
Well, that's what a man is.
Good night.
So you binding a man,
Right.
but your desire is supposed to be to him.
Right.
Keep reading.
Kalawakan, sir. And he shall rule over
He
thee.
gonna vote.
Rule over
He
thee.
gonna do what? He gonna come and check with you. It's 50-50.
Rule over thee.
That's the thing that you don't like to hear, women.
Right.
You don't like to hear that the Lord gave man rulership over
Right.
you.
Right.
That is why you're single.
Good night.
You can't keep a man because you don't want him to rule over you.
Right.
You want equality in your house. You want the civil rights movement in your bedroom. That's what you want. You want to march for justice and peace in the sheets.
Good night.
But that's not how the Lord designed it.
Right.
Your Lord, your man is supposed to rule over you.
That's right, sir.
Now, it all depends on what type of man you pick. You see what I'm saying? It all depends on if, listen, let me tell you something, women, because I deal with this a lot. Women, you picking the man is 90% of the job. That's it. 90% of the job is picking the man.
Right.
You only got one shot. While you are single and you don't have a man, you need to be vetting men.
That's right.
You need to be looking at every man to see who he is, to see if he's someone that you can make his desires yours.
Right.
Is this someone that I want to rule over me for the rest of my life? Can he tell me to shut up and I say, okay?
Right.
Or can he say, shut up, and I look at him like, nigga, who you talking to? You ain't nothing. You a nobody. What you need to do, before you worry about how hot you are, how you want to get your needs met, think about the rest of your life. Think about what you got to deal with. And if you don't choose correctly, you are going to hate your marriage. You're going to hate your man. And you know what? You're going to hate the UPK because we're going to hold you accountable for your marriage.
That's right.
So you know what you're going to do? If troubles arise in your marriage, what are you going to do? Yeah, go ahead.
Look for a divorcer.
Yeah, but it's something bigger than that. You're going to want a divorce, but what are we going to say when you come to us and say, you can't get a divorce? Go ahead, sis.
You want to go try and find what you need somewhere else?
Right, but what are you going to want? If you come to me and say, I'm tired of him, I want to leave, I want a divorce, what am I going to say? I'm going to say, La, you married, sis. Y'all married, right? Okay, so what's your next option? How about now?
To leave, sir?
To leave what?
To leave the husband.
No, that ain't your
To
next
leave the
option.
truth.
Leave the truth.
Right.
Because the truth is the reason you got to stay with him.
That's right.
Because if you was at church, you could just leave him and go and talk to the next tenor in the choir.
Good night.
That's what you can do. You can leave that usher and go and talk to the tenor.
Right.
And then leave the tenor and go and talk to the deacon. And then leave the deacon and then say, you know what? I'm tired of this church. They're not feeding me.
Right.
This church, I'm not getting fed. So what you gonna do? Now you go to the church down the street and try they tenors, their ushers, their deacons,
Right.
their musicians.
Right.
But you hate this place because we're gonna hold you accountable for what you say you wanted.
Damn.
You said you wanted that man. You did the most intimate thing that you can do with anybody, and you gave him you.
That's right.
That's what you did. Now, after all of that, that means nothing because now your rocks are off. So now it's over with because that's all you was getting married for anyway.
The thrill is gone.
That is why people hate the UPK, because we hold you accountable because sex is marriage. The problem is, men, we have lowered the quality of women.
Right. Good night, sir.
We have made women, we've lessered their value. We have given women the opportunity to please us by being whores,
Right.
by being strippers, by dancing naked and, you know what I'm saying, giving a box to you, your partner. Ain't no fun unless we all get some.
Good.
We devalue them.
Right.
So when you look at why they don't respect men, they don't respect men because of the type of man you are. And that's why coming in this school and learning how to really be a man, that is the most important thing. Coming in this school and learning how to be a woman, how to love your husband unconditionally, that is important because that is what you are supposed to do. When you get married, that is it. That's it. That's the way it was designed.
Right.
The Lord didn't design it for you to have a reason to leave, and that ain't what it was designed for. Your husband's supposed to rule over you. Keep reading.
Sir. Verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
But what did he do?
Wow.
Hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
You know what Adam did? Adam was weak behind his woman. His woman said she wanted to go and serve other gods. His woman said, I don't like going to class because they too hard on women. They too hard on us. Like, I don't like that. Let's go to church. You know, I just don't like how it feel in there. But if we go to church, you know, that's where we can go and serve the Lord at.
Right.
Because Adam was tired of hearing that, because Adam was tired of hearing his wife complain, what happened? Go ahead.
Sir. And has eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee.
What is the tree that the Lord commanded them not to eat of? What is it really? Go ahead.
So like if I made the philosophies of the other nations.
It's food for thought. Give them a hand. It's information. And they went and ate from this other tree. They went and took of the other philosophies of the other trees around the garden, of the other nations around the garden. And that's what they did. When they started to listen to these other people, then the household fell apart.
Right.
The woman led the man instead of the man leading the woman. Go ahead.
Sir. Of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
Cursed is the ground. What does that mean? What is the ground for us? What is Adam? Adam is a farmer. Adam tilled the ground. That's what he was. He was someone who depended on his farming to survive.
Right.
Well, the Lord cursed the ground. He cursed the face of the earth that he had to work on.
Right.
Now work became hard. What happened after that? Keep reading.
Sir. Verse 18. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee.
Good night.
And thou shalt eat the herb of the field.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. And the sweat of thy face.
And the what?
Sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread.
Then it became hard for a man to work.
Right.
By the sweat, by the hard work. At first it wasn't as hard. It was your garden. You can move at your own pace. You had your own business.
Right.
But now, I'm finna make it hard for you to work. I'm finna make it harder for you because you are weak. Being weak make life hard for you. Because when you're weak, you gotta lie. You gotta maneuver and say things in a way to try to please your woman so that she won't get mad, and then you gotta move like this and talk like that and that. You're being weak, huh?
Right.
You're being weak. Women don't like weak men. That's why they love the thugs.
Right.
That's why they like them, because they not weak. And a woman does not feel safe with a weak man. And if you are a yes man, then the only woman that feels safe with you is a woman that wants to run you and control you.
Right.
Because she got a strong man over here.
Right.
She just dealing with you. Because she get what she want from you because you are weak. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the problem, man. The problem is you think she likes it when you're weak or when you're passive or when you show her your feminine side. If you are a man and you have a feminine side, you are gay.
Right. On my.
That's what that is.
Right.
You gay.
Right.
A man don't have a soft side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Read verse go up to verse 4.
Khan, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
Listen, the woman knew what was going to happen to her if she went against her husband.
Right.
The Lord had already told her. Read the verse 4 there so you can hear it.
Khan, sir. Verse 3. But of the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden,
This is the woman talking.
God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it,
Mhm.
neither shall ye touch it.
Now, how did she know that? Go ahead.
Because her husband told her.
Because her husband said it. Her husband said, this is what the Most High said for us to do. Just like you. You teach your wife and your children what the Most High says to do. You teach your wife and your children what God to serve. That's what you do. Your wife don't choose the God.
Right.
You do.
Right.
Christianity is another God from the God of the Bible.
That's right.
And your wife have bamboozled you into serving another God.
Right.
Because you are weak behind her. Well, this is what happened in the garden. And she knew that she was not supposed to do it.
Right.
She just said it.
That's right.
She's like, the Most High said this and this and that. And the reason she knew what the Most High said was because her Lord told her.
Right. Right.
Keep reading.
Khan, sir. Lest ye die.
Lest we what?
Lest ye die.
She knew that if she disobeyed this, the consequences was death. Now, keep reading.
Khan, sir. Verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
What the serpent say?
Ye shall not surely die.
What is the serpent really telling the woman? Habana?
Your husband lying?
Listen, man. Your husband lying, God lying. Don't listen to him. Don't submit to him.
Right.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. What he gonna do? He ain't going nowhere. Go out there and mess with Ray now.
Right.
He ain't going nowhere. He gonna be right by your side. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. Verse 5. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open,
Good night.
and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
You gonna be as what?
Gods, knowing good and evil.
What is the serpent telling her right now at this time?
You will be a god.
The black woman is God.
Right.
That's what he's telling her. He's like, listen, man, don't listen to him. Be a God. Be independent. Do what you want to do.
Right.
This is your world.
Good night.
He trying to hold you back. He oppressing you with this submissive stuff. With this his desire to him. Desire to yourself.
Right.
Your self-desire. Do as you will. That's what you want.
Wow.
Don't worry about what he talking about. And guess what? You know what Adam said? I'm tired of arguing.
Right.
I'm tired of you bitching.
Right.
I mean, if that's what you want to go to the church Sunday, let's go to the church.
Good night.
If you want to eat pork, go ahead and cook. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, baby. And that's the fall of the nation.
Good night.
Man being weak under their woman. Being weak over something that to you is just, I'm just tired of hearing her talk. That that right there is building the confidence for her to be God.
Damn.
That's what you're doing. You are raising her up in the spirit of evil. You raising that demon up in all strength and power to fight against you.
Right.
You have to be the authority. You got to be the man to say no, yes. You understand?
Right.
If you don't, we're gonna be right back in the same situation we've been in since the garden, being weak under our woman.
Good night.
Go ahead,
Hey, Salaga, so what you're saying is so heavy because it's like this remind me for two things. The serpent kind of remind me of these women, they homegirls that be in their ear. You know what I'm saying? They be like, girl, he ain't gonna you gonna let him just act like that. The black woman is God and this and that, manipulating her or whatever. Mm-hmm. And two, the same spirit that's on Eve in this verse is the same spirit that be on some of these sisters where, they nag and complain and have attitudes just to get you tired of it. So you just be like, man, you know what? I don't even give a damn no more.
Right. That's exactly right. Give him a hand. That's why it's important to check it. See, the people don't like the UPK, especially women, because we check women.
Right.
Everybody else just says, oh, let's just date women, you know how women are. Yeah, I hear that from everybody outside of you. Man, you know how my woman is, man. She's just crazy. We don't say that. We fix that. You don't say that about see, people that say that about their kids, they cry over their kids later. He'll say, man, you know how my little girl is, man. She just bad, man. She got a smart mouth. If you don't fix that now, she's going to have you crying later.
That's right.
If you don't check your son while he's young, he's going to have you putting the house up later.
Good night.
You see what I'm saying? Listen, man, in a relationship between a man and a woman, the most important thing that you have with each other is your communication.
That's right.
And your communication has to be transparent. It has to be real. It can't be wishy-washy. It can't be fake. It can't be, I want you to hear what I want you to hear. It got to be what it is.
Right.
And a lot of times what you do as a man is you say what you know she want to hear, and then once you marry her, then you want to put your foot down. Right. That's fake.
Right.
And you tricked her into marrying you. That's what you did. You tricked her. Because she thought she was getting him.
Right.
And then you flipped the switch and turned into a whole nother, now you Captain Commando. Now you're a drill sergeant. Mm-hmm. And she looking like, man, hold up, if I would have knew this, I wouldn't even mess with you.
Right.
Be real from the gate.
That's right.
If you going out to the club, don't talk to the girl in the club and be like, oh, I ain't got no wife. Then you sleep with the girl, you be like, yeah, I got 4 wives, 12 kids. Right. Damn, hold up, if I would have knew this, I would have, well, you married to me now. Right. Then you just wicked. You just a wicked woman, you a hoe. No, like, what is you saying? You lied to me.
Right.
Like, don't be afraid to be real, be honest up front.
Right.
If you a man, don't say, oh, I'm a man, I'm a man, this and this and that, but you lying all the time. Right. Be open and up. Just stop beating around the bush, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Beating around the bush is gay.
Right.
Just say it. Like, yeah, I got 2 wives. You don't care? Right. No sweat. I'm going home to my 2 wives. Right. I'm not missing out on nothing because you're not here. Right. Like you dumb anyway. I gotta teach you, raise you up. You know what I'm saying? Teach you that Jesus is black and white man is the devil and all that. Like what are you mad about? Right. That's that lust in you that's so weak. You looking at them buns. Right. That's what it is. You looking at her right then. Right. You got the drink down them drinks in your system, and you just gotta have it right now. Right. Listen, man, we gonna hold you accountable. You're gonna lead the truth messing with us. You're going to meet Shaniqua, and you're gonna sleep with Shaniqua, and Shaniqua is going to raise from the dead. Right. As soon as you walk away, she gonna get up and be sitting on the bed. Her head gonna be spinning when you come back from the restroom, and you gonna be like, "Oh my God!" Right. And you know who the first person she gonna call? Me. She don't know nothing about the truth, but she done been and found out that you was here.
Right.
And she gonna say, I met this brother last night.
Right.
He slept with me, and I know y'all teach.
Oh, so she know.
I know what y'all teach.
She know.
I know y'all teach that if you sleep with a woman, that you marry. And he was trying to put me away.
Oh, damn.
Guess what, brother? Your ass is grass.
That's right.
Because we coming for you. Now she got us on her side because you on some wicked stuff. Be real from the gate. You see what I'm saying? Give me Exodus real quick. Exodus 20 and 3. The serpent was trying to teach Eve that the black woman was God. Well, what the Most High say? Read that.
Sir. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Ak, your wife is not God.
Right.
She is not your God. Because if you raise her up to be God over you, the Lord is going to let her oppress you.
Right.
Think about how he did the white man. You wanted the white man to be your God. You wanted to worship his God. You wanted to serve him. You wanted to do what he say do. Now who is oppressing you?
Right.
The one you voted for.
Right.
The one you believe in. The one you love. That's what the Lord will do to your wife. The Lord will let your wife be your oppressor. Because you're being weak. Guess what? The scripture said that a wicked woman is given to a wicked man.
That's right. Portion.
People always pulling the scripture on the woman. You wicked. You just wicked woman. But you never read that scripture.
Right.
You got a you.
Good night.
That's what you got. You got you a you. You got you somebody that's just like you. You be sneaking behind a building and blowing on a couple of cigarettes. She be sneaking behind the building, blowing on a couple of rods. Yeah, that's it. That's what she doing. She sneaking like you sneaking. So hers is worse, huh?
Right.
What did Christ say? What is if you did one, you did all of them.
Come on, right.
So listen, you can't throw the hammer at her. You can't say stone her, and you fake.
Right.
Where is she learning the fakeness from?
Right.
Ooh, that's what you don't want to talk about. What you don't want to talk about is why she's so evil. She's learning it from you. Out of one, Lord.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Eve wouldn't have done or acted the way she acted if she knew there was consequences for her behavior. She did what she did because she knew Adam wasn't going to care.
Good night.
Don't be somebody that, just like, think about your kids. The kids that don't act bad, it's because they know what's going to happen to them at home if they act bad. Kids where there's a father in the house, now when mama there, kids going to run over mama. You know, mama, y'all getting hell.
Right.
Them kids is going to give y'all hell. But when daddy walk, y'all going to have to whoop them, chase them, hit them, do all that. Daddy walk in the door, you going to tell daddy that the child going to start crying.
Right.
No, daddy, I didn't mean to. All of that.
Right.
Because they know who runs the house.
Right.
But if you show them in any form or fashion that you're going to be like, well, baby, you know, you gonna let them make it, then that let them make it is going to turn into some more, let them make it, into some more, let them make it, until you're going to be putting the house up.
Right.
Be putting the house up trying to get baby girl out of jail. That's just my little princess. My little princess can't do no wrong.
Bullshit.
You see what I'm saying? You got to understand, man. You got to understand what you are. The same, like the discipline that you got to have, man, in a marriage is you have to be serious about it. You have to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say hardcore, but you have to be very diligent in being on top of your relationship. You can't get laxed. Because once they find that gray area of laxness, that's where they're going to live. They're going to live in that little corner of gray right there. Now, you said, remember the other day you said it wasn't a big deal. That's what they're going to keep doing. What you said wasn't a big deal. And then they're going to turn into something else. You see what I'm saying? You can't be weak, God. Give me Esther 1. Let me show you what this heathen did. This ain't even an Israelite. Give me verse 9.
Kanawakan, sir. The book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 9. Also, Vashti, the queen, made a feast for the women in the royal house. Which
So now
belonged-
this is King Ahasuerus. He's having a great banquet. And you know, he has all the princes and different kings and rulers, they all came to his palace. And his wife, Vashti, she had a little gathering for the women in the other house. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir, which belonged to the king Ahasuerus.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mahuman, Biztha, Harbana, and Abakta, Zethar, and Carcas, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Osiris, the king. Verse 11, to bring Vashti, the queen, before the king with the crown.
He was like, hey man, he was feeling good. It's time to show off now. You see what I'm saying? He was like, look, hey man, go get my rib. I'll tell my wife to come in here with a crown on. He's rich. He got all these different provinces, all these lands and all these kingdoms. He's saving the best for last.
Right.
They already know about his wealth and his riches and his military might. He's like, yeah, y'all done seen all that, but y'all ain't seen my wife. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir, before the king with crown royal, to show the people, the princess, her beauty.
Go ahead.
For she was fair to look on.
He's like, I got a bad one. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Right.
Go ahead.
Kanawakan, sir, verse 12. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him.
Listen now. Do you know how aggravating it is for you to tell your wife to do something, and you trying to praise her, and she show out, and she started acting up.
Right.
Now we're gonna show you. Let me show you what he did. Let me show you how he did it. Go ahead.
Kanawakan, sir, verse 13. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment.
Read verse 15.
Kanawakan, sir. Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to law? Because she have not performed the commandment of the king Osiris
Go ahead.
by the chamberlains. And Mamukan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti the queen hath not done wrong to the king only,
But to who?
but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Osiris.
Let me tell you something. When your wife acts up, she's not just disrespecting you. She's disrespecting all men,
Right.
all your brothers, everybody else. Now, just imagine this. If this is a king, if this is a leader, and he can't get his wife to act right, then how is a poor man going to get his wife to act right? If these women are looking, the 7 chamberlain coming in the room, it's a room full of women. And they say, hey, Salakia, but the king said he wants you to come. No, tell him I'm not coming. Them women like, oh,
Right.
oh, girl, she got him in check.
Right.
All that. That's this man Mamukin, this heathen Mamukin is like, Salakia, sir. But she is this cannot go unpunished. She is not just disrespecting you. She is disrespecting everybody.
Right.
Go ahead,
So like if I made a love and hip hop spirit.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it is. This is love. This is love and hip hop in the Bible.
Right. God damn.
This is basketball wives.
Right.
Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir. Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
Read that again.
For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women,
Go ahead.
so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes.
You know why a woman disrespect her husband? Because she hates him.
Good night.
That's hate. Loving your man, loving the Lord is what? What is loving the Lord?
Loving your head.
What is loving the Lord? Yabakan.
Following the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Give him a hand. That's what loving the Lord is. Loving the Lord ain't, Lord, you do this for me, I do this for you.
Right.
You do this, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. That ain't loving the Lord. The Lord say, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments.
That's right.
That's love to the Lord. Love is a job. It is an obligation. It is a duty. If you don't love the Lord, then you what? If you don't love him, then you what?
Hate him.
You hate him. If you don't obey your husband, you don't love him. You despise him. You hate your husband. That's what you don't care about him, because you only listen to him when it benefits you.
Damn.
You only listen to him when you get something out of it, when you are happy. You don't love him if you're not obedient to him. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. When it shall be reported to King Ahasuerus, commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him. But she came not.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
He's like, listen, man, every woman in the nation is going to start to fight against their husband because the queen ain't listening.
Damn.
That's what it's going to start a chain reaction. And that's what's happened in our community. The chain reaction of the black independent woman.
Good night.
Girl, you put him on child support? You damn right I did.
Right.
That nigga ain't finna be out here doing this and that and that. But sure, I'm finna go put him. Girl, I'm gonna show. I got the paperwork right here.
Damn.
Let me send you the link. Let me send you the app. Let me get you signed up.
Right.
Let me help you out. This is the Me Too movement right here in the hood.
Feminist movement.
You see what I'm saying? And this movement is what destroyed us.
Right.
Keep reading.
Good night.
Khan, sir. And let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Now, listen to what he said. Now, this brother here is a powerful brother. This heathen. This ain't even a brother. This is a heathen.
Real talk.
But what he's saying is absolutely right.
Right.
Go ahead, read it again.
Salakia, sir. I started at the top of 19, right?
Yeah, 19.
Khan, sir. Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
All right, let me tell you something. You get the disrespecting and showing how much you hate your husband is going to go and find someone that loves him.
Right.
And there is nothing wrong with that.
Good night.
Nothing. If you don't listen, if you want to show your husband how great of a woman you are, show him through your obedience.
Right.
Not your attitude, your neck roll, and your eyes, and I ain't doing this, and that's not how you are showing him you hate him. So now he's going to show you that someone can love him better.
Damn.
And guess what? The Lord is going to stand with him.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you, I done seen women that leave their husbands because he got another wife, and those women go out into the world and get raped.
Right.
They go and get molested.
Good night.
They go and get beat by some dude. They go, and then what do they do after they go through that horrible relationship? What do they do? How about not?
Try to come back.
They try to come back.
Right.
I was wrong. I shouldn't have never left. I understand. You know, Lord be with you.
Right.
It's really nothing I can say about that.
Right.
You chose your path.
That's right.
Being weak, well, you gonna do it again? Don't do it again. The scriptures say that the grounds are defiled. They are polluted. That's what the scriptures say, that the grounds are polluted by another man. You don't take her back for yourself. Because what you're going to do is you going to hate her. You are never going to forget that. Even if you let her back, you are going to always think about that time. You're going to imagine it in your mind every day. Let her go. Let her do what she's going to do. Don't be weak. Be strong. Let her know that the Lord is with you and not with her. And if you got to prove it through letting her go out into the world and releasing Satan on her, then so be it. Go ahead, Art.
Like
If I may, sir, what this also proves is too, how the Persians and the Medes, who are now the present day Elamites, the East Indians, you understand, they understand that they can't allow their women to disrespect them.
Right.
The Arabs, all these heathens, they understand and they still hold on to this. But the only people in the earth who lost our masculinity and our women have took upon the subtlety of the serpent of wanting to be over their man and know as they man is black, Hispanic, and Native American people.
Give them a hand. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of a strong Arab woman? You ever heard of what about a strong Chinese woman? Do you know what Chinese women do? They open those nail shops, and at the end of the day, it's a man sitting in the back that get all the money.
That's right.
That man that go to the register, he keeping tabs on that money because that's his money.
Right.
That's what he doing. Them businesses, they not in there talking about, I'm in here doing all these feet and these toes and these nails. They're not saying that.
Right.
Their man runs them, and they are happy to have a man rule over them.
That's right.
You are the only one that is trained to not want to do that. You're the only one that's trained to fight and hate your husband.
Good night.
That's who, your oppressor has made it to where it is wrong for you to love and respect your husband. White women ain't doing that.
Right.
No other nation of women is doing that. African women ain't tripping.
Right.
They ain't doing all of that. But you are taught that is weakness.
Right.
General Muhammad says all the time, your strength is in your submissiveness.
That's right.
That's where your strength lies. It's harder to be submissive than it is to pop off. It don't take no thinking. He say something, you say something back. It don't take no strength to do that. It takes strength to say, come on, okay, and go in there and do it. That's where your real strength is at. Because you know where the man real strength is at? Not leaving your crazy behind.
Right.
That takes real strength. It's easy to say, well, forget it then, bye. That's what you used to. That's what your daddy did.
Damn, ma.
That's what your whole family been doing all your life.
Good.
They've been saying, forget you. As a kid. Now you got somebody that say, look, I ain't gonna never leave you, and you wanna give him a hard time? Yo, mama and daddy didn't say they'll never leave you. They dropped you off at your granny house and left you there. At your auntie house and left you there so they can go to the club and go and get high and go and do all of that. That's what they did. And now you got somebody that loves you and say, I'll never leave you. And you're going to leave them? You are selfish. You're the problem. And you will never find love because your love is always going to be built off of your feelings.
Right.
And your feelings change like Houston weather.
Damn, ma.
You can wake up in the morning in Houston, it could be cold.
Right.
In the middle of the day, it can rain.
Right.
By 4 or 5 o'clock, it can be 90 degrees.
Right. Real talk.
That's your emotions. And you are basing your relationship, you are basing something that's supposed to be forever on something that's so frivolous and so short. Something that can change at any time. That's not smart. You understand? And we teach you to not be emotional. We teach you to fight those feelings, those emotions, so that you won't destroy your family. So that your children can be raised in a house with you and your husband for the rest of their life.
Right.
Something that a lot of us didn't get. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The whole point of this is to break that cycle, man. We trying to break them curses that we've been living in for so long. We've been living under these curses, and you can see it through your family, through your grandparents. You know, you can see it all down the line. And it's funny because a lot of your grandparents, they stayed together.
Right.
Your grandmother knew that your grandfather had 4 other kids outside of the marriage. And she stayed with him.
That's right.
She didn't tell nobody else. But she stayed with your pawpaw.
That's right.
But you know what she telling you? Girl, don't put up with that.
That's right. Good night.
She telling you not to put up with something that she put up with. That's the type of counsel you get outside of these walls. Hypocritical counsel.
God damn.
Counsel that they wouldn't follow. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put up with that, but they ain't gonna tell you how many times they put up with it.
Right.
That's why the thing that you do when you come in this school is when you have a problem, you do not go to people in the world for advice. You don't go to Facebook and Instagram or TikTok. You don't go and make a video about and vent about your life. Hey y'all, I just wanted to say, life, I done gave this man all my years and all my love. And, what you think I should do? Lucretia, what you say, Lucretia? Leave his ass. He ain't shit.
Right.
Girl, you know what? I sure need to.
Right.
Lucretia is laid up with Tyrone behind, and Tyrone got 12 kids outside of Lucretia that you don't know about. But Lucretia ain't leaving Tyrone.
Right.
But you should leave your man.
Good night.
Stop talking to people in the world that don't care about you. They don't care, man. These people do not care about you.
Right.
They are not your friends. They not. Get on social media. No, don't do this. No, don't do that. But ask these so-called friends for some money.
Right.
Hey, can you send me $10? Let me get back with you because my phone bill come out tomorrow, and I don't think I'm gonna have. Then Friday you're gonna see them in the club popping bottles.
Right.
Got a new grill, new necklace, new headpiece, new everything. No, not new headpiece. That means somebody in the truth. They living their best life.
Right.
Brothers in the truth don't do that. Brothers in the truth will take their jacket off that they just got and put it on your back and never look back at that jacket.
Right.
Brother and sisters in the truth are rare. Like what we have in this place, that's why I don't tell people on Facebook, hey man, come and get in class. I don't say that. I don't care about them coming into the truth. Salakia.
Good night.
I don't want everybody in the truth.
Real talk.
Because I don't give my love and my heart to people so easily. I want somebody that's going to come up in here and be in here because they choose to be in here.
Right.
I don't want nobody to come in here, I'll get a bond with them, an attachment to them, but hey man, my nigga, and then they just leave.
Right.
Over nothing.
Right.
So I'm not finna ask you to come into the school. I'm not finna say, hey, come on in here and come get in this is the home of the truth. I ain't telling you nothing.
Right.
What do you do to treasure? Do you sit treasure on the table? Do you put treasure on your front porch and lock the door behind it? No. You close the door, you take it in the closet, you put it in the safe, you put it under the ground, you hide the truth. I don't want everybody in this place because it's too dear to me.
Good night.
Y'all understand?
Real talk.
Give me Proverbs 31:1. Everybody always want to be a virtuous woman. I love it. I love hearing about virtuous women. Oh, you ask any woman. Oh, I'm a virtuous woman. I know I'm far above rubies. You far above rubies, huh? All right. Read what you got.
Kind of a concert, the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 1. the words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him.
That who taught him?
His mother taught him.
Who's talking now? What we're about to read is who talking. Go ahead.
So like if I made the words of a king.
No. This is the words of the king's mother.
Oh, Salaki.
Yes, that's why I said it like that. This is a woman speaking. What did this woman say?
Verse 2. What, my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my vows. Verse 3. Give not thy strength unto a woman.
Don't do what?
Give not thy strength unto a woman.
Oh, you ain't never told your son that. You ain't never told your virtuous woman. You ain't never said don't give your strength to a woman. You say give your woman everything. Whatever she need, whatever she asks for, you give it to her because she the queen. She's the mother of the earth. You got to do this and that. This lady, this virtuous woman in the Bible is telling her son, look, man, don't get, first of all, my son from my womb, my baby, first thing you better not do is give your strength over to a woman.
Real talk.
Keep reading.
Kind, sir. Nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
You know what destroys kings? More than anything? Women.
Right.
King Solomon was the wisest king on the planet Earth. He was destroyed by women. He had all the knowledge. He had all the riches. He had the best military. He had everything, but women destroyed him.
Right.
Don't give yourself over to a woman, man. The scripture says that out of everything on the earth, that the woman is the strongest thing in the earth outside of the truth.
God damn.
Now just imagine how many things are in the earth. Women are powerful. Women are extremely powerful. And you have to be a strong man in order to deal with a woman. Or especially women. You have to be strong. You can't be weak. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't be, you gotta stand on your square. You gotta mean what you say and say what you mean. Let's say, for instance, you come in the truth. And your wife don't want to come in the truth. She hate the truth. She don't like none of that. She don't want to hear none of that. What should you do? Should you step back from the truth? Should you say, well, you know, I gotta give her time? You should dive all the way into the truth.
Right.
You should make it to where, look, you're gonna either be here or not. Because this is what we're gonna do. This is the God we're gonna serve.
Right.
This is how we're gonna live. We're not doing this, we're not doing that, we're not doing that. And if you wanna do it, no sweat. You know, you ain't gonna see me for a few days, for a few weeks.
Good night.
I'm gonna just starve you with my presence. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna beat you up, but you will miss me.
Right.
You will miss me, and you will see me posting pictures happy. I'll be happy. I would never smile until I'm not with you.
Right.
You'll see me not with you and just like with the Cam Gadalhorn smile.
Right.
Just that nigga ain't that happy.
Right.
Lie your shoulder.
Right.
Lie your shoulder.
Right.
With the Akim.
Right.
You understand? And you know they hate the Akim.
Right.
You know why they hate the Akim? Because the Akim believe in the same thing they believe. That a man can have more than one wife. So what a woman is thinking when that man leave house is, he going out with the niggas. He going out with the niggas and they finna try to get him another wife. That is insecurity. Because if we mad at you, we not trying to go out and get another you.
Damn.
Because the ones out here dumber than you.
Good night. Right.
So you think we finna go and find another dummy? But that's what you think because you are full of demons and insecurities. And you are worried about everything but you fixing yourself. If you spent as much time fixing you as you tried to fix him and worry about what he was doing, you would be virtuous.
Right. Good night.
You would be absolutely stupendous. But you so worried about who he texting Why he got to walk out every day on the phone? Every time he get on the phone, he walking out. He walking out on the phone. Why? Cook, clean, shut up. Stop worrying about everything stuff that's not important. You don't even know he on the phone with me, getting checked. He is getting checked. That's why he on the phone. Yeah, that's why he walking outside, because he don't want you to hear me yelling through the phone. That's the stuff that you missing, because you so worried about what he doing. Why are you not worried about what you doing? Salakia. I think I'm done with that scripture right there. Give me Proverbs 7:21.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 21. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield.
You see that? Listen here, brothers. Let me tell you something. A woman knows when she a good man. Sometimes. You get to walking around looking all strong with them fringes and them headpieces and your chain swinging and your fringes swinging and you got boots on and all these niggas got on skinny jeans and little shirts, they butts hanging out, and they see you walking around smelling like Fourth Dimension. They be like, hey, how you doing? What you into? Oh, you worship Satan? I do too. Oh, what you do? Whatever you do, I do it too. She's going to deceive you with a fair speech. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir. With the flattering of her lips.
With the what?
Flattering of her lips.
Where we at?
Verse 7 and 21.
Okay,
sir.
go ahead.
With the flattering of her lips, she forced him.
She did what?
She forced him.
Brother be like, man, she was just, Salakia, sir. When I was talking to her, I know what Mary and Joseph felt like. It was like the spirit came over me, sir. Salakia, she forced me into it. Right. No, nigga. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir, verse 22. He goeth after her straightway.
He do what?
Goeth after her straightway.
She get to talking that sweet talk to you. You all in. You focus. Right. This the one. See, I had a dream last night. The Most High said it was time for me to get another rib. You know, and then I came up here and I met her. And I told her about the truth, and she was listening too. She was asking questions. Hey, she subscribed to the page. You know what I'm saying? She said she gonna be in class. She said she was gonna be in class. Look, she liked the class from yesterday. All that. Yeah, I know she did. Keep reading.
God, sir. As an ox goeth to the slaughter.
As a what?
An ox goeth to the slaughter.
You are running into this like a dummy that's about to die. Right. That's what you're doing. You looking at her and thinking that, oh, this is the one. And you are running directly into the slaughterhouse. Right. This woman is the slaughterhouse. Damn. Go ahead,
So in other words, sir, she laying out all the snares and traps.
She is the snare and the trap.
Right.
That's what she is, a bear trap. Right. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir. Or as a fool to the correction of the stocks.
Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir, verse 23. Till a dart strike through his liver.
To a what?
A dart strike through his liver.
She call you and say, well, I'm pregnant. Oh! Wait a minute.
The juggler.
Wait a minute. I just seen you the other day. Yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. All I did was I just peed on the toilet in the restroom. Yep, I'm pregnant. Now all of a sudden, her coming to class and watching class don't really mean nothing no more. Right. Her saying she gonna come into the truth. You ain't talking about her coming into the truth, because you started to see who she was after you got your rocks off. Go ahead, huh?
Kanawakan, sir.
Do all y'all.
Salakia, if I may, sir. what's so heavy about it is that we know in the scriptures about regeneration, and Christ was so serious about his business, he ain't deal with none of them.
You see, you understand? Christ was like, look, I know how I fell off last. I know what I did wrong last time. I ain't talking to now one of them.
Right.
Go ahead.
Like he was weak over a female more than once, cause you know Adam and then Solomon.
Right.
Like, he just was like, man, you know what? This ain't.
Like, look, I ain't gonna even try it. I ain't gonna even play with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a unit for the kingdom.
Right.
I'm gonna focus on the work of the Lord. And you know he saw some beautiful women.
Right. That's how strong women.
Because guess what? Reincarnation is real.
Right.
The same women we see, he saw.
Right.
You walking by and she got on a skirt all the way to the floor, but it's something in the behind the skirt.
Right.
It's something that's behind it. That's as she walked by, it's passing you up.
Right.
She over here and it's still passing by this way.
Right.
That is that. Christ saw that too.
She got a train run.
Hey, Christ saw that.
Good night.
And you know what Christ was saying? For the kingdom, I can't do it. My brothers and kinsmen according to the flesh.
Right.
That's why them bones austere.
That's why he had to be austere. Christ had to be austere because he would have fell by the wayside.
Right.
He would have fell weak to it. That's what made Christ. See, that's why I hate Christianity, because Christianity makes Christ a demigod. Mm-hmm. It makes it to where I couldn't do what Christ did because he's half man and half God.
Right.
But being that Christ is a man like us, and he saw the same thing that we saw, and he didn't react to it, that gives me hope that I can fight that too. I can't fight it if Christ is God and man.
Damn.
It leaves gray area for me to say, well, I mean, you know, I can't be like Christ because he was half God, half man.
Right.
No, he was just like us.
Good talk.
You see what I'm saying? And the same way he fought that is the same way you got to fight it. Go ahead, keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir. As a bird hasteth to the snare,
Mm-hmm.
and knoweth not that it is for his life.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24.
You don't know that this is for your life. You don't even know that this trap, that if you don't make it out this trap, you could get caught up in this trap and die. Traps kill animals. You know what I'm saying? If you get caught in a bear trap, you're gonna lay there and you're gonna starve to death and you're gonna die. The fact that the bear trap broke your leg or your ankle, that ain't what's gonna kill you. You're gonna lay there in excruciating pain and you're gonna get hungry. You're not gonna be able to care for your wounds and you're gonna die. That's what's going on with these women. These women are going to starve you out. And you're gonna start having stress. Your hair gonna start turning gray. You're gonna start losing your hair. And you're gonna have problems for the rest of your life because of a one-night decision. Because of one night. Because of one night out with the guys, with the fellas. Yeah. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir. Verse 24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 25. Let not thine heart decline to her ways.
Mm-hmm.
Go not astray in her path.
Listen, man, don't fall into the trap of these women, man. Don't go in her path. Make her follow you. Make her go in your path. Mm-hmm. You understand? Don't go to church because she there. Don't follow her God. If you gonna get somebody, bring them to you.
That's right.
Make them come your ways. Vet them out. Don't just take it. Don't listen. Don't go out here and just do something because of how you feel that day, that night, that moment, because of those drinks.
Right.
Because once you defecate those drinks and piss those drinks out of you, you're going to see her for who she is.
Good night.
Give it some time. Go ahead.
Kanawakan, sir. Verse 26. For she hath cast down many wounded.
Read that again.
For she hath cast down many wounded.
She's done this before. She destroyed many men that were already broken. Many wounded. You looking at her and she listen now, you know how you see a woman in the club and she's sitting over in the corner. And you be like, hey, how you doing? And she be like, I'm just going through a breakup. And you looking like, oh, I'm your guy.
That's my cue.
I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna fix your problems. Well, guess what? She can see you being weak. She see you was sitting over at the corner of the bar by yourself, looking at everybody, looking all sad like a puppy.
Right.
And she like, this is my time. She out here doing the same thing you do, and you don't even recognize it. You think this is a gift from the Lord because you just want somebody to say what you want to hear. Beware of that. Somebody that just dropping all the stuff you want to hear. Look here. Be strong, God. Be strong. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. Yay.
Take that off there. I'm gonna need that at camp though. I want that. Go ahead.
Yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
Many what?
Strong men have been slain by her.
Listen, man, these women take out strong men and destroy them. You seen what's your boy name? What's that boy name that be with that Kardashian?
Kanye West?
Nah, the other one. You know, everybody that's been with a Kardashian, Kanye West, what's the other one? Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
Well, she broke him, boy. What he, a crackhead now? What was it? Well, full out, was an NBA star.
Yeah.
Strung out. A champion with a ring or two.
Right.
Strong, go ahead, Doc.
So like while he was with her, like while he was with her, he was strung out for sure. Now he ain't with her no more. He getting himself back together.
He getting himself back together because she broke him.
Right.
She was doing the drugs with him, but she's so strong. She's so strong. The crack ain't even affecting her. She doing the crack and she operating. He doing the crack and he tripping. He what? He airball. He out here strung out. Listen, these women are this is what they do. They will suck you dry, like it's just drain you like a mosquito. Drain all your strength and all your integrity and your might and your power out of you. And then go on to the next person. Every man the Kardashians was with is broke down. Who the other one then? Who's the other one? Reggie Bush. What about Tiger?
Sean McCann?
No,
Tiger Woods ain't been.
No, not Tiger Woods. I'm talking about the rapper.
Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger. The young rapper.
Oh, he went to
College, yeah. She ain't got him yet? Stay tuned. Tiger next.
Oh, no, they mad because, Salakia, they mad because he was saying that he wanted his daughter to grow up to be a strong black woman, and they said that he denies her other side when he says that. So that's the big uproar right now.
Well, give Tiger a hand. But you see how dumb he sounds? He want to be a strong black woman. You know what that means? He want to be independent. He want to be an independent bitch.
Right.
A twerker.
A twerker.
That's what he want her to be. Listen, man, I mean, we have to have more goals for our children other than this empire. Like I work so hard because I hope Christ come back so my children don't have to get raised up in this hell. I want my children to be raised in the kingdom,
Real talk.
not in hell. That's why I fight tooth and nail to raise brothers and sisters up in this truth so we can get out of this place. So my children won't have to go through this and worry about the oppression of the white man. You understand? Because I'm having kids every other week. I'm dropping them. I'm trying to drop them. I'm trying to bring out the 144,000. That's what we, in Texas, we making babies.
Right.
You understand? Give Texas a hand for babies. That's what I'm talking about. Commander Junior Hunt say, y'all, I see what y'all doing with that protein, all that beef y'all be eating.
Right.
Y'all using that testosterone in other places. I was like, Most High Christ, sir. He said, I see what that brisket doing to y'all. So that's what y'all got to understand, that it's important that we are strong. Everybody got men, but everybody don't have strong men.
Right.
And the Isupk creates and builds strong men and strong women. Because for our women to come in this truth and their whole family turn on them and say they in a cult and they being brainwashed and they dumb and they stay, that takes a strong sister to do that. Give our sisters a hand. You understand? Because that ain't a light thing. You know, every time somebody go through something, the first thing they want to do is leave the truth. And, you know, my job fired me because they said they saw me on the video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just have to go ahead and get out of school. What the school got to do with your job?
Right.
Dang, yo, where you work at? Well, you know, I was working at Wendy's.
I was a shift.
You gonna lead the Lord for Wendy's?
I was a shift leader.
Right. I was the shift manager.
Right.
You know, I was over burgers and fries. Come on now. What you got? We done on that? We finished with that?
Want me to read verse 27?
Yes,
sir?
I do. I most definitely do.
Khan, sir. Verse 27. Her house is the way to hell.
Damn.
Read it again.
Her house is the way to hell.
Listen, you on the highway to hell if you're dealing with a light woman.
Right.
And you got to be strong to see past that thing that's behind her.
Right.
You got to see past them things that's in front of her. You got to see past all of that. That's the distraction. That is the highway to hell.
Right.
That. Your lust. You got to think with your brain. That's what you got to think with. And not the other one. Because that's what's destroying the neighborhood. That's what's destroying our community. Not thinking. Acting off impulse and emotions. That's what white people do. That's what orgies and all those different threesomes and all these different sexual things that go on in the white community. It's impulse. It's, oh, I'm high, I'm drunk. I'm kissing you, I'm all of that. That's where that come from.
Right.
Acting off impulse. You gotta look like, you heard of herpes?
Right.
Oh, go ahead, you go over there. Move.
Mono.
You know what I'm saying? General Muhammad brought that out the other day on New Year's. When you down in Times Square at the countdown, everybody just started kissing everybody.
Right.
What? That's because people are driven by their feeling, their emotions.
Right.
You have to stand in the midst of that crowd and be that one that's like, hey man, hey, chill. No, not me. I ain't with that. I ain't kissing. Don't touch me. You got to be able to stand in the midst of hell and fight through it.
Good night.
Go ahead, I finish that.
Khan, sir. Going down to the chambers of death.
You are going down to death. The chambers of death in hell, dealing with just any type of light woman. Give me Ecclesiasticus real quick. 9:1.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 1. Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself.
What does that mean? Teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. What does that mean? Go ahead.
Meaning you don't teach your wife an evil lesson against you.
Right, but explain it.
What that means is if there's something that she does wrong, punish her for it.
Right. Don't give him a hand. Don't make her feel like she can get away with doing something that she deserves to be punished for. That's teaching her an evil lesson against you. Oh, I did this. He ain't had nothing to say. Well, that means now I can do this.
Right.
That means now I can do this. You being jealous over her. You being weak over her. You always want to watch her and see what she's doing because you worried about her and doing this and that. And so now it's weak. Looking all in her phone, doing all like, who you been talking to? If you got to do all that, then you don't need to be with her. You don't need to be with her if you can't trust her to where you got to look in her phone. That's a woman's trait. But sometimes it is most definitely warranted. Sometimes that's how you find out what's really going on. But that's not something, this shouldn't be your go-to. You shouldn't be, she sleep. Let me go in there and get that phone and go in there and go and see what her text message in her inbox looking like. That's gay.
Right.
That's weak. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir, verse 2. Give not thy soul unto a woman, to set her foot upon thy substance. Verse 3.
Don't give your soul to a woman. Why is that saying that over and over again? Because that's what men do. You are weak behind a woman for what? Her substance, for her money, for whatever she got, for her looks, whatever, her wealth. All of that is the things that make you weak behind her. Her desire is to follow you. She should be doing what you say to do. She shouldn't be breaking your spirit into you doing what she says. Go ahead.
Kanawakan, sir, verse 3. Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares.
Now, what's the trick of a harlot? First of all, what is a harlot? Everybody want to act like they don't know. A whore. But what's her snare? Bring me home. Come on, give me some more. Look at, you got $40? That's the trap. The no attachments. The no attachment trap. Oh, I ain't gonna tell nobody. I know you married. Don't be sitting around hoes. Don't tempt yourself like that. You understand? Don't do that. Because you're not that strong. Solomon was the wisest man on the earth. And he fell into the traps of women. Don't think you're better than that. You are not. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir. Verse 4. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts.
What does a singer do? Go ahead.
So like, if I may, almost like a muse, tells you what sings what you want to hear, a sweet sound.
That's the sweet sound. She has a beautiful voice. The way she talks is just appealing. The way the things she do is just, it captivates you. Don't let that trip you up into getting trapped into death, into going into the chambers of death. You got to be stronger than that. If you are the leaders of the nation, how can the nation be built with a whole bunch of weak men? How can we stand up and fight? All the other nations got to do is bring out some women. They just send out an army of women and we're going to be like, oh, man, you see that? Ooh, good night. What are we fighting them for again?
Right.
What is this for? Somebody go call the general and see if it's okay if, Salakia, if we can Salakia if I may. No. You have to fight against that, man.
Right.
Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir. Verse 5. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her.
Listen, man, don't be gazing all in her eyes, looking at her over there, and you ain't got no intentions on being with her or talking to her or marrying her. You looking at her tonight. And so now, by you doing that, you are plotting on her with somebody you have no intentions on. Don't put yourself in that predicament. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, sir. Verse 6. Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance.
Listen, man, you're going to miss the kingdom out here messing with these hoes. You're going to lose your inheritance because you ain't got no self-control and you can't stop being weak over women. You got to be better than that. We have to be better than that. And that's not just for men. I mean, that's not just for the men. That's for the women too. Y'all are most definitely weaker behind men. That is why women dress provocatively. They don't do it for their girlfriends. They do it because they are trying to attract the attention of men.
Right.
That's what it's for. And there's nothing wrong with being attracted to anybody. But your attraction should be led. It should be like, if you're going to talk to this person, you should have some intentions on dealing with them, not just talking to them just to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Just to waste your time. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Verse 7. Look not round about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander thou in the solitary place thereof.
Yeah, what are you doing in the streets and in the solitary place? What you looking for?
Right.
What you looking for? I'm asking. If you wander in the streets and you looking around the solitary places, what's the side? The corners, the duck house. What you looking for? You looking for a hoe. That's what you looking for.
Judah.
You driving up Bissonnette. You looking up Bissonnette like, I know they be right over here somewhere. There they go. Let me pull up over there. Let the window down like you just got the window down for nothing. Hey, you need a ride? You all right? No, don't do that. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Verse 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire.
Why does it say, look not upon another's beauty? What does that mean? Is this saying if the woman is beautiful, don't look at her? Don't look at this other woman's beauty? What is this really saying? Go ahead.
Don't be looking at this other man, woman.
Yes, give him a hand. Don't look at another woman's beauty. This is his woman. And you done broke your neck. That's what you're doing now. Don't do that. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife.
Don't do what?
Sit not at all with another man's wife.
Yeah, I saw you was having a problem with your man on Facebook. Let me take you out to eat, you know what I'm saying? Help you out a little bit. We can sit down, talk, chop it up. You know what I'm saying? You my friend. You my friend. You know, I just want to make sure you all right.
Classmate.
Keep reading. Yeah, you my classmate. We went to school together. You know what I'm saying? Just, I'm going to take you to Cheddar's. We going to go eat. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. Nor sit down with her in thine arms.
What happened? Oh.
Right.
I know. It's all right.
Man, it's gonna be okay, sis.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And spend not thy money with her at the wine.
Hey, can you give me two shots of Patron?
Right.
Yeah, right here at the table.
Give me two.
Yeah, he's trying to get straight to the point. Patron will get straight to the point. Ain't gonna do no lingering.
Right.
It's straight to the point. The conversation changed quick.
Right.
Like, yeah, I was at Bible study the other day. So you got a girl? Who you with? I'm talking about quick.
Right.
The scripture is a book about us. All right? This ain't nothing. What you are doing is not new.
Right.
That's why it's written. Don't be, hey, I got you, sis. I'm gonna look out for you. Hey, let's go have drinks. Don't do that. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. Lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna get jammed up in a situation in one of them hugs. You're gonna get jammed up in between one of them hugs, brother.
Jammed up.
And then you're gonna be made a horrible mistake.
Right.
And the scripture says that a brother, what's that scripture? It's in Proverbs. A brother, look up a brother, what's the word I'm looking for exactly? Offended. Look up a brother offended. Yeah, read that. I'm gonna show you something real quick.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 19. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city.
Read it again.
A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city.
Listen, now, you ain't finna go and tell no brother, yeah, man, I was out with your rib trying to console her, and the next thing I know, I was waking up on the side of a Salakia.
Right.
It's more.
What? Nah, brother. A brother offended is harder to be what?
It's harder to be won than a strong city.
Man, it's gonna be harder to get that brother to listen to you than a city of people. You can go stand at camp and get more people to listen to you before that man will. Keep reading.
And their contentions are like the bars of a castle.
And his anger and his hate towards you is going to be like pillars, like the bars of a castle. He not letting you in. He not trying to hear nothing you talking about. Ain't gonna be no Salakia. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 20. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled.
Keep reading.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Let me tell you what'll happen, man. You'll get to sitting down and talking to a woman and walk yourself into a trap. Walk yourself into death. And that brother is not going to forgive you. He's not going to say, no, man, I understand you slept with my rib. You was just trying to help her out. You was just trying to give us something to drink and console her on our argument. Oh, no sweat, nigga, please. Yeah, it was just a little entanglement. Right. Everybody ain't Will Smith out. Right. Remember that. Everybody is not Will Smith. Just know that.
Talking out at the red table.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no. The table gonna be red.
Right.
Real talk. It is. I pray you understand. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna get one more. Do we got any questions online? Give me Ecclesiasticus 7:26 while you're looking at that.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind?
Listen, get you a woman that thinks like you. Get you a woman that got the same mind. Don't be unequally yoked. She a Buddhist and you in the truth, and then you done met her and she bad, and you just like, man, you know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm gonna get her in here. Don't go into her until you get her in here. Right. Don't do that to yourself out. Because that's where half of your battle is going to be. Because she's not going to understand why you got to go to camp every week, why you got to teach, why you got to do this, why you got to do. She's not going to understand any of that. So your relationship is going to be torn apart because y'all don't have the same mind. You see it with Christians and people in the truth. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Khan, sir. Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman.
Don't give yourself over to what kind of woman?
A light woman.
A light woman. She beautiful, but she dumb. Don't do that, man. Don't do that to us. Oh, Shawn the Posh, give me join not to a harlot in the New Testament. Okay. Yeah, don't give yourself over to a soft, weak, because what you're doing is joining her to us. Now she's my sister. Now Lucretia, LaQuiquene, LaQuanza is now my sister. So now she leaving the strip club and somebody trying to rob her. Now we gotta go. Now she done made 10 bands tonight. And now she called you because you her husband, and now we got to come defend you because your wife was shaking her behind all night and making money. Now we got to go fight for your wife. Come on, now. Love us enough to not do that. You got that scripture for me on Shawn the Posh? What I asked for, Salakia? By joining a harlot unto us. Don't join a harlot unto us. Unto the body. It's in the New Testament. I think it's in Corinthians. You got it? What is it?
The book of Corinthians.
Which one?
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and 16.
Yeah, read that.
What know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body?
Listen, you join to the we are one body. You are a part of this body. You're a part of me. I'm a part of you. We are part of Christ. But if you join yourself to a harlot, then what are you doing to her?
If I may, bringing her into this one body.
She in the body with us now. Keep reading.
For two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
Because when you marry a woman, the two becomes one flesh.
Right.
Once you sleep with her, now she is now my sister. Baba Kashar, please do not join me to her.
Right.
If you could. You know what I'm saying? Vet them out. Don't go and pick Pinky and bring her in here and now, you know what I'm saying? Pinky is now my sister. Now listen, Pinky can come into the truth and change and get her husband and all that if she ready to be in the truth. But if she's still Pinky in the mind and not trying to get a Hebrew name and change, then you are doing all of us a disservice, huh?
That's right.
Keep going.
That's it on that, sir.
That's it on that?
When we read up 15?
Where you at, 6 and 15?
1 Corinthians 6 and 15.
Yeah, read 15.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ?
That's my point. Don't you know that you are a part of Christ?
Right.
Keep reading.
Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot?
So you mean to tell me you're going to join Yahweh Shah to Pinky? And she got a Pinky mindset?
Pinky.
She got the mindset of Pinky, not a sister that's trying to become a new creature.
Right.
Where old things pass away and all things become new.
Right.
She coming in here like, this is me, this who I am, this what I'm going to do. And you like, all right, man, I can change her. And now you done join her to us. You are joining her to Christ. Keep reading.
God forbid.
Please, Baba Kashar, read it again.
God forbid.
If you could, read it one more time.
God forbid.
Please don't do that to us.
Right.
Keep reading.
That's 16. That was 15.
Keep reading, 16. Yeah, that's the part I need. That's the point.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 16. What? God forbid. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body?
Listen, not. You sleep with her, you done now joined her to the UPK.
Damn.
We are one body.
Right.
Now you joining her to Christ. Now you joining her, you know what I'm saying? Come on out. She come to the Passover with her pinky clothes on. And brothers is in there not strong.
Right.
Now you got brothers in there like, what? Who is that? Oh, that's
Right.
that's what's his name, Real.
Bringing shame.
Like, come on now. Now she's making you look bad.
Right.
Now she's degrading your name.
That's right.
She's showing how much she hates you. But it's because you chose her and she didn't care about what you cared about from the beginning. Don't do that, man. Finish that out.
Saith he, Salakia, for two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
Man, listen out. You joining to us in UPK, we are all one body, one spirit, with one baptism, one flesh. We all one.
Right.
So since that's the case, you don't need to go out and just sleep with anybody. Be strong. Sisters, don't go out here and go get Johnny off the block. Because now, that's my brother.
Damn.
Yeah, that weed smoking, pork eating, crawfish ball having Negro is my brother. Because that's who you chose. Because you couldn't be patient and wait and get you a real man that would be with you for the rest of your life.
Right.
We got a question. Is it pertaining to the topic? All right, go ahead, read it.
So like I said, if I made the sister Shamara, so like it. She said, Shalom Adawan, how do you deprogram or reprogram a woman to be submissive or to not assert authority over a man, especially when she may have men under her at her job? How does she turn it off at home?
Okay, those men at home, the men at work, okay, so that's a great question. First of all, women think when you say that the woman is under the man, that we're saying that a woman can't be over a man at work. Like they thinking that, oh, what you trying to say, I can't be the supervisor? This has nothing to do with your slavery. This has everything to do with your house. How do you turn it off at home? If you are the boss at home, you want people to, if you are the boss at work, you want people to respect your position at work. Right?
Right.
What's your position at work? If you're a woman, what's your position at work? You're the what? Right. So everybody that's coming to work, these men that's coming to work, they are men, they have families, they have wives and children. They only respect you because you are what? Their boss. Well, when you go home, you get in that same mindset, in that same role, and understand that your husband is your Lord.
Right.
Your husband is the boss.
Right.
Don't go home with the I'm the boss. You the boss at work.
Right.
You're not at work. You are in my house. You're at home now. So now you turn on I'm at home spirit. Go ahead,
It's lucky about me, sir. What you're saying is so heavy, like what you want them to do at work, you do at home.
Do it at home.
Like
Yeah.
you want them to follow you and make sure you don't even want to have to tell them what to do at work. You want them to get it done smooth. Get it done smooth at the crib.
Listen, man, be a great employee. Give them a hand. Listen, hey, be a great employee in the house. Be a great employee. Get employee of the month at home. Walk in the door, kick them shoes off, and go into that kitchen and get the seasonings of meat. Like, damn, that baby just came in and kicked right in. You know what, baby, I got it. I'm going to cook tonight. Damn, I know you've been working all day. And look, that's how you reprogram. The way you reprogram somebody into being submissive is to bring them into the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter.
That's right.
That's what you do. You come in here, we'll teach you how to turn it on and off. There are women in this school that are very successful women. Very successful. But when they get home, that's my Lord. That's my Adawan right there. You see what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing. The people at your job wouldn't die for you. Your husband will.
Right.
Your husband will give his life for you. If he hear rumbling in the middle of the night, he ain't gonna tell you, baby, you heard that? Go see what that is. That's not what he gonna tell you.
Right.
You understand? Let me tell you something. If I hear it, I'm up. I'm up. What happened? You see what I'm saying? I'm quick. Listen. I ain't playing. You know why? Because this is my house. This is my family.
That's right.
And that's how it has to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even understand. I know why you don't respect your man, because your man got a feminine side. And he in the bed conversating with you about what y'all heard. What baby, what we gonna do? It sound like somebody in here.
Right.
Look, you know I don't fight.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
That's what you chose.
Right.
You chose a weak man because he was gonna listen to you. So that's what you got. So now when danger arrives, you didn't want that rough, tough UPK nigga. Because he was going to tell you to shut up. But he was also going to die for you too.
Damn, ma.
That's what he was going to tell you, to be quiet and go sit down somewhere. But he was going to die for you. You know what I'm saying? He was going to give his life. You know why he was going to be willing to give his life for you? Because our king gave his life for us. And that's who we follow. You have never seen a superhero. Superman never died for the people. Batman ain't never died for the people. No superhero. They can't even put that into a cartoon. To where he dies to save everybody. That ain't happening. Well, our king gave his life to die for us. So that we could live. That's what you got in your house. These men in the UPK are worth submitting to. Because they will die for you. Listen, they'll never leave you. They'll never beat you. And they'll die for you. I mean, what else can you ask for? You mad? What are you mad about?
Put some clothes on?
You mad because he said put some clothes on?
Right.
You mad because he said he can love you and somebody else?
Right.
You mad about that? That's selfish. Jesus died for everybody. You still love him, don't you?
Right.
He died for the sins of the world. You don't love Jesus because he ain't faithful to you? Jesus ain't faithful to me because he loved the world.
Right.
I never heard that before. I ain't getting married to no nigga because you know, I'm married to Jesus. Well, Jesus is married to a million other women that think just like you.
Right. Good night.
Anything else? Somebody said, Salakia, what is Baba Kushar? Baba Kushar means please in the Hebrew. That's what it means. Oh, you already answered that, Salakia. Okay. All right, anybody else? Also, Baba Kushar was our cat. We had a cat named Baba Kushar, but Baba Kushar left the truth.
Right.
He left the truth. Let me show you how the Lord works. Bring up the new one. Bring up the new one. Listen, Baba Kushar left the truth, and then the next day, we got a new one.
Right.
Come on up here, little cat. Hey, Shauna Potts, bring the cat up here. She can't come up here. This little kitty. Now, little kitty, he doing his 90 days.
Get some more.
So he ain't got no name yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had one cat named Quaba. He left the truth. We found him outside with his head separated from his body.
Right.
Then Baba Kushar, he left the truth. We gonna find out what happened to him. Now we got a new cat. He doing his 90 days. He gonna have an Hebrew name in a few more months. 3 more months. Is that it?
Not lie, so a question just came in.
Okay, no sweat.
The sister Keisha on Facebook, she says, what if you are used to doing the heavy work in a relationship? Like, it's hard to change the mindset.
Okay, heavy work, like what? What does you mean by heavy work? Does she mean like she got the job, she got the money?
That's what I'm assuming, sir.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you got the job and you got the money, then keep having the job and keep having the money and still listen to your man. What does that have to do with anything? So you saying because you have to submit to your husband, now are you saying the money don't mean nothing? Tell it right back and give me some understanding. Go ahead, boy, y'all.
Like if I may, sir, I was just talking to a sister in the school, and she was, she was venting about how, she can manage things better than her husband can, but he won't understand a certain aspect of she running a business or something, and that she got certain things allocated to certain ways, and he just like, oh, you got this, let me go ahead and get where I fit in.
Absolutely. So this is what you do. That's an excellent question. This is what you do. You bring your husband to counsel. Because if it's proven before the council that you are better off dealing with the finances and the money because your husband can't deal with it, then that's not a sin.
Right.
That's not wrong for your husband, for you to deal with it, with the finances and to deal with it. I'm not good with money. I'm horrible with it. I'll tell the truth. That's because I'm a boss. I know my strength and my weaknesses. And I'm not finna sit up and say, I'm the man, so give me all the money. For what? I like living in my house. I don't want to live under the freeway.
Right.
And I will go to the club with the brothers, and I'll buy everybody food and drink
Real talk.
every day of the week.
Goddamn right.
Because that's the type of brotherhood I got.
That's right.
Baby, baby, she good with money. Yeah, she good with money. She better with money than I am. So let's say, for instance, if your man is not good with money, then what we're gonna do is give him an opportunity to mess up.
Right.
Just call him the council, and we're gonna let it be known before the council that you had an opportunity, you made a mistake. Now put it back in her hands so that everything can roll solid. That doesn't mean you less than a man. Everybody has a different strength and a different weakness.
Right.
That's it. Ask her, does that answer the question?
Sound like
Okay, no sweat. Does anybody else have any questions in here, in the room? Anything off the topic? Somebody asked me a question earlier. Go ahead.
Sanaki, if I may.
Go ahead.
I just want to
Book of Jeremiah chapter 31.
See me one more time. I'm listening.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 31 and hold on, 22.
Jeremiah what?
31 and 22, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
It's Book of Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, thou O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted to know who the woman was and who the man is, and the aspect of the compassing a man, and what the Lord meant by He would create a new thing in the earth.
You say Jeremiah 31
and 22, sir.
Second. Read verse 23.
Verse 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, as yet they shall use this speech in the land of Judah and in the cities thereof. When I shall bring again their captivity, the Lord bless thee, O inhabitants of justice, the mountain of holiness.
Okay. Okay, so all through the scriptures, the Lord used different terms to talk about the nation of Israel. He calls us sheep. He calls us daughter. He calls us his wife, adulterous wife. He calls us Zion. He calls us Lo-Ami, Lo-Ami. He calls us the prodigal son. You know what I mean? It's talking about. Read that verse again that you had in question.
Verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter?
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
The daughter is who?
It's like, if I may, Israel, sir.
Israel. And this is what we're talking about, how the women are ruling over the men. This is a new thing in the earth, to where our nation is now destroyed and being ruled by women. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is just talking about how we as a nation are backsliding against the Most High. That's it. Anything else? So y'all know the Bible. Oh, what time is it?
We got one.
You got a question? Okay, go ahead.
Lucky, if I may, sir. I just wanted to know about the from one of the books you brought up early in class. It was the book of Esther.
Mm-hmm.
Was that book written by a woman, sir?
No, it's about a woman. The Esther, she's an Israelite, but she was married to a heathen king, and it's just telling her story about how she sacrificed her own well-being for her nation. She stood up. If you come to the Feast of Purim, it explains all of that. But it's really about how this woman, the king was about to kill her people, and she took it upon herself to stand for her people, and that king saved her people and killed the devil that tried to persuade the king to kill the people, pretty much. So, that's all that is. It's just about that.
Right.
I swear. The Bible is about Israelites. If you see and somebody asked me, was Esther a heathen before? Esther is not a heathen. Esther is an Israelite because the Bible is a book of Israelites. It's our history book. Ain't no book of Pilate, ain't no book of Herod or Nebuchadnezzar, because they are not Israelites. You understand? Anybody else? I had one more scripture I was going to pull on the topic of not being weak. Give me Isaiah 3:12. And then I'm going to get up out of here.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people.
As for who?
As for my people.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Lord is telling you something. He's trying to get you to see something. Read that.
Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Who is my people? Who is this talking about? The men. The my people are the men because it talks about the children and the women, but it doesn't mention the men because the my people are the men. Well, as for my men, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. When the Most High told us from the beginning that we should rule over our women, that our woman's desire is to us, that we should rule over our houses. But now, because our nation is destroyed, you know how you can tell if a nation is destroyed or not? Look at the men. Right. If you look at the men can tell you if the nation is strong or weak. And us as a nation, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are weak as a nation. But in the Isupk under Command and General Honor, we are strong as a nation. Because now we are being taught how to raise our houses up again. The scriptures say if you want to destroy the household, first you got to do what? You got to bind the strong man up first. That's the art of war. That's why if you watch any movie or any show, they always run through the city and kill off the men child. Kill off the little boys. Because those little boys grow up to be men that want revenge.
Right.
They grow up to fight. But now look at us. There's no need to kill us now because what we gonna do?
Right.
Oh, I forgive you.
Good night.
You kill my brother, I'm gonna stroke your hair in the courtroom.
God dang.
It's okay, my brother will want me to forgive you. Now, it's no need to kill us off because we killing each other off. We hating each other. We oppressing each other. You see what I'm saying? We are destroyed as a people. So because we are destroyed, because our oppressors are destroying us, our women are helping our oppressors destroy us. Our children are helping listen, you are oppressing your man if you have him on child support.
Right.
That's what you are doing. You are oppressing him. He's already in hell. He's already being stepped on and oppressed. And you helping it out. You're making it worse by putting him on child support. You're making him not want to do anything for his children. Blacks and Hispanics, we are the best fathers on this earth.
Right.
Like, listen, man, we love our children. Don't think that if a man don't want to deal with his child, it's some Negroes out here that ain't, that's trash. Right. That's in every nation. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't have to try to make him take care of his children. Putting him on child support is not going to make him want to take care of his child. Whenever he gets some money, he might drop something off every year or two. You know what I'm saying? Until he get on. But a lot of times, because we are so poor, it's hard for a man to survive on his own and take care of a child, and that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. But don't further the oppression, because that's what your oppressor wants you to do.
Right.
And because you are helping him, you are weakening the nation. You are weakening our entire family. Drop down to verse, you in chapter 3, right?
Chapter 3, verse 12, sir.
Drop down to 16.
Khan, sir. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks.
Because our women are so, prideful, and you walk with so much pride because you live in America under your husband, the white man, because he takes care of you and gives you housing, and gives you Section 8, and give you food stamps, and give you TANF, and give you everything you need, Medicare, Medicaid. He the one taking care of you, so now you don't need him. You don't need your man. You put your man to the side so that you can be with your other man. Well, because you do that, what does the Lord do? Read.
And wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet.
Right, go ahead.
Verse 17. Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
The Lord smiting that head. That's why you got to go to the beauty supply and go and get all that yaki. You got to go get that 1B. That's what you got to go get, because the Lord is taking away your glory, your hair. Yeah, you think you all high and mighty, you mincing and tinkling. You got to have hair. You got to have hair in your head that you got to buy instead of grow. And you ain't got no edges. The edges, that's the coldest one. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't fake that lace front. Let everybody know that it ain't real. We know that lace front ain't real. We know that bang-yang ain't real. We know that. Yeah, we know that ain't real. You ain't got them edges to come up in the front. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is against you.
Right.
You are an enemy to the Lord. Right. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. And the Lord will discover their secret parts. Verse 18.
You know how them secret parts are getting discovered? Because you showing them.
All right.
You should letting everybody see the secret parts. Your privates. Yeah. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. Verse 18. In that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet.
Listen, let me tell you, if you read verse 18 to verse 26, really, it's just telling you how the Lord taking away your beauty. He's taking away everything, the glasses, the bracelets, the nose rings, the toe rings, the everything. Now you out here dressing like a dyke. You dressing like a man. Now you out here got the wrong spirit on. The Lord took your femininity out of you, and now you got masculinity in you.
Right.
Drop down to 24.
Khan, sir. Verse 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink.
Let me tell you what else he did. I don't care how much fourth dimension you put on in body butter, it's going to be a stitch that's going to come from under it that the Lord put on you. You're going to smell like produce aisle, the fish market.
Right.
Keep reading.
Khan, sir. And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness.
Let me tell you something. You're going to be in that gym working out. You're going to be in that gym trying to get it right and get it tight. That fupa is going to do its thing because you in the wrong spirit. You got the wrong attitude. Get your mind right, and the Lord gonna fix everything else. He gonna put you back together again.
Right.
Humpty Dumpty. He gonna put you together again. But you gotta put your mind together. Keep reading.
Khan, sir. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth.
Did you say no? You skipped. Let me get instead of that well-set hair. Let me get that.
Right.
And instead of well-set hair, baldness.
What kind of hair?
Baldness.
Listen, you're going to have the Michael Jordan.
Right.
You're going to have the young aloe.
Right.
Alopecia. That's the Lord. Because of your mind, your spirit You see what I'm saying? Your hair is glory. That thing that the Lord put on your hair, on your head, that is your glory. And He gonna take it from you. And He got a remedy for all of this. Keep reading.
Con, sir. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth.
Go ahead.
And burning instead of beauty.
What?
And burning instead of beauty.
I don't even have to go into that. You understand, don't you? Keep reading.
Con, sir. Verse 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword.
You know why men gonna fall by the sword? Because of you. Because you are putting our men in predicaments to be destroyed.
Right.
To be killed. You calling the police on them.
Right.
The police pull up at your house and shoot your man, and then what you crying? Oh, you didn't have to kill him. You didn't have to call him.
Right. God damn.
Dummy.
Damn.
Now your man gonna have a record because he went to jail, and now he ain't gonna be able to get a job, and now you really gonna be mad at him because he gonna be poor, even more poor, and it's your fault because you simple, and you are so emotional, and you want to do what feels good and how you feel. No sweat, that's cool. You didn't feel right when y'all was arguing, and he told you to shut up, so you call the police. No problem. When he get out of jail with that record and he can't get a job, just know it's your fault.
Right.
Just know that. And you got to stay with him. Or you can leave the truth. You most definitely can leave. The doors of the school is open. Keep reading.
Con, sir. And thy mighty in war. Verse 26.
All your strong men, your mighty men are being destroyed. Keep reading.
Con, sir. Verse 26. And her gates shall lament and mourn.
Mm-hmm.
And she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground.
Your gates is your protection. When you ain't got no men to protect you, your gates are going to be desolate, and you're going to sit on the ground. You're not going to be able to sit as a princess. You're not going to be able to be protected. You're going to be on the ground, sitting on the streets. You're going to be asked out because you are taking your protection and trading your protection in for housing,
Right.
for food stamps. My man can't be in the house. No problem. Nigga, you better get up out of here. I'm trying to get this house for $25 a month. Now look, if you gonna work the system, work the system. You know what I'm saying? He could put his clothes in the trunk or something. He could put his clothes somewhere. He can leave and out, but don't do away with your man because the white man told you to do it. The law got a remedy for that. Let me show you what the remedy is. Keep reading. While you sit on the ground, let me show you what the Lord do. The Lord gonna look out for you. He's still looking out. Let me show you. Go ahead.
That's it on that.
No, it ain't. You read the next, right. Verse 1.
Oh, so Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1.
Oh, this is a woman's worst nightmare. Read.
And in that day.
In what day?
In that day.
In what day is he talking about? The war? The day where your man is getting killed, right. He's being oppressed by you, you bald-headed, you stink, you ain't got nothing because he done took everything from you. Well, in that day, which is right now in 2020, when you living in right now, what's going to happen?
7 women.
How many? One of them?
7 women.
Monogamy.
7 women. Shall take hold of one man.
7 women is going to take hold of one man. The Lord got a solution for you, for your bad attitude. There's going to be 6 other women that's going to look at your man and say, what?
We will eat our own bread.
Look, baby, you ain't got to worry about food. Right. I got food. Right. I got money for food. Go ahead.
And wear our own apparel.
Listen, you ain't got to buy me no red bottoms. I got money for red bottoms. Right. Go ahead.
Only let us be called by thy name.
I just need a man. I just want to be yours. I want to be in the house of Yatazai. To do what?
To take away our reproach.
That's the part the men don't know about. Right. That's the part that sneak up on you. See, you read the rest of that and you like, ooh, that sounds good. But you miss the reproach. Mm-hmm. Somebody look up the word reproach. Let's find out what reproach mean, because see now, men, we hearing that, ooh, yeah, 7 women, that sound good. But you missing what these 7 women are. What type of women these women are. Go ahead, read that.
Reproach. Address someone in such a way as to express disapproval.
What kind of approval?
Disapproval.
Go ahead.
Or disappointment.
Let me tell you something. The Lord might send you 7 hoes, 7 pinkies that you have to do some reform work on. Now, you talking all this multiple wife stuff. Are you really willing to fix them? Pick 7 pinkies. You understand? See, you see what I'm saying? See now, women, just know we ain't just out here trying to go get wives.
Right.
Because we look at you as reproach.
Right.
That's what we can see, the reproach in you. We know that you messed up. You are damaged. And now we got to sit up here and play doctor with you and you and you. And go to camp and teach class and do the work of the Lord. Look here, sis. Men ain't out here just trying to get wives like you think. I'm going to just free your brain up a little bit. When they leave the house every time, they not trying to go and get a wife. Sometimes they might be, but not all the time. I got to keep it real because that's what the class is about. Don't be a weak man. All right. I seen the question on here.
Sluggy, before you, if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
It's on topic what you had just brought out. I just felt it to the end. Everything that you had named, you know how like when you talk about the woman putting the man on child support, but everything you named about how they get the food stamps, they get the housing, basically the white man is, basically they support her.
Right.
That's more of a reason why they don't even need to put the man on child support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he not providing, you can go out and get these resources.
Right.
So it's like the child support is really just greed.
It's anger. Right. The child support is, you not with me, you ain't gonna be with nobody and be happy. Nigga, you gonna be broke. Right. I'm gonna hit them pockets. Give me Leviticus 26 and 26. I think that's what I need. 26 and 27. Yeah, read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 26. And when I have broken the staff of your bread.
You know how your bread being broken? Your bread being broken up with child support. Damn. He broken the staff of your breadwinner, your pockets, your job. And then what? Keep reading.
Wakan, sir. 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven.
Listen, man, these 10 women is now taking all your bread and they splitting it up. That's what's happening. Go ahead. Keep reading.
And they shall deliver you your bread again by weight.
Listen, they taking your little money and then they gonna bring you back the change. They breaking it all down. Like all your bread is in this oven and they all dividing it between themselves. And then they be like, all right, here, this your portion. And this our portion. Child support is in the Bible. It's in the law. It's in the Torah. Keep reading.
Wakan, sir. And ye shall eat and not be satisfied.
You should do what?
Eat and not be satisfied.
You're going to work, and not be satisfied. You're going to go to work every day and night, and you're not going to have enough to pay your cell phone bill. Because you are weak and you slept with these 10 women that are light women. They are light. That's why they put you on child support. Because these are not strong women. But they was bad. Yeah, they bad, all right. Bad for you. A problem, that's what they is. I'm done with that. You got a question?
Come, sir. The sister, I get Salakia, sir. Shakira, I guess she pulled out Deuteronomy chapter 24 and 5. She said, Salakia, sir, if I may, can I get a breakdown on when a man had taken a new wife, he shall not. I guess you want to break down on Deuteronomy 24 and 5.
Pull the scripture. Come on, son, I'll teach you right now. All right, come. I'm sure.
Come, say this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 5. When a man had taken a new wife, he shall not go out to war, neither shall he be charged with any business.
Right.
But he shall be free at home 1 year, and shall cheer up his wife, which he had taken.
Right. So this scripture is for when we had a nation, when we was an army, and you get you a wife, you stay at home, you make babies with her, you do, give her time. But give me 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I think it's verse 29. Let me tell you the spirit behind this.
Come, sir. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short.
The time is what?
The time is short.
Listen, we ain't got long. This nigga can't be at the house for no year because he got him a new wife. I need him at camp. I need him teaching class.
Right.
You can't be having no, I just got married, sir, so, I got a year off. Nigga, please, read it again. What it say? The what?
Come says, but this I say, brethren, the time is short.
Mm-hmm.
It remaineth that both they that have wives, be as though they had none.
Listen, because the time is short, no matter how many wives you got to act like you ain't got no wives. The work of the Lord comes first.
That's right.
This is your first wife. A bishop must be blameless, the husband of one wife. This is not telling you that you can only have one wife. This is telling you that wife that comes first is the work of the Lord. The scriptures say that Christ is coming back for 144,000 virgins. Well, I guess we out of there. We ain't gonna get the kingdom because we not virgins, but we are virgins. Because we are pure and we don't worship other gods.
Right.
We are not whoring ourselves with other gods.
Right.
You got to understand, this is a black man's book. That scripture is absolutely what it was when we was, you know what I'm saying? But you got to understand the law of it. Now, a good scripture that I can go ahead and break down for you so you can understand is Deuteronomy 25 and... Wait a minute. What's that one with, if he get another wife?
Oh, that's 20, that's 20 and 11.
If he get another wife, Salakia, hold on, what is it?
15.
It's something 15, something in 15. I think it's 22.
21 and 15.
Okay, read it.
Yeah. No, not this one. You ain't talking about man too. It's the law. It's
If he take another wife,
the food.
yeah, 21 and 15.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
It says if he the book of Deuteronomy 21 and 15. If a man have two wives, one beloved and another hated.
Now this will help you out right here. If a man have two wives, one beloved and one hated. So what that would be, today's term would be baby mamas. Let's say, for instance, his first baby mama is the one that he hates. That's why he got the second baby mama. But what we know, being in the truth, that sex is marriage. So these are really his wives. Go ahead.
And they both have borne him children.
The first baby mama bore him bore him a son, and the second baby mama bore him a son. Go ahead.
Both the beloved and the hated.
Go ahead.
And if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, verse 16, then it shall be when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he had, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn.
What does that mean? Go ahead.
So like if I could, it just means basically, I'm using in today's terms, like
right.
Baby mama, child, the wife you got now, the woman you got now that you love, you got a son with her, you can't make him as if he's the firstborn when your baby mama, the one you hate, the real firstborn, that's the one who gets the inheritance.
You can't scrub the child because of the mama. That's what happens a lot of times. See, the Lord has provisions for all of this. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is making a way so, listen, you get mad at the firstborn mama, that didn't have nothing to do with the firstborn son.
Right.
You can't give his inheritance to your second son because you like his mama. Yeah, I like her because she ain't give me no problem, but her, she was wicked. Guess what? That ain't got nothing to do with your son. That inheritance still goes to him, whether you like his mama or not. That's how the Lord got it set up. That's the law. You know what I'm saying? Is this a more on that?
Nah, that's all she needed breaking down.
Ain't no sweat.
I thought the one you was looking for originally was Exodus 21 and 10.
No, that ain't the one I'm looking
Okay.
for. All right. Anybody else got any questions on are we toward? Go ahead, sis.
When the Lord was making the law, statutes, and commandments, was he making them based off of the stuff that we were already doing wrong, or based off of what he knew we were doing?
When the Lord made the law, statutes, and commandment, was he based it off of the stuff that we already were doing wrong? And what's the second part?
Or was it based off of what he knew we would be doing wrong? So he made the laws because he knew we would be breaking.
The laws, look at the laws as a governmental, the preamble to the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Gettysburg Address. Those rules are not based off of what they've already dealt with. They're based off of how to keep the peace between people. So it's okay. I know for a fact that this man has a wife, and if he has another wife, it's like being proactive to stop things before they can blow out of proportion. You know what I mean? And what we did with the laws was we interpreted our way instead of having the spirit of it. And that's what Christ came to show us, the spirit of it. So we would get the law and read the law, and the law would say, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. So now what they would do is say, remember the Sabbath, it's a day of rest. If you work, I'm killing you on the day of rest. And they would kill people and stone people for working on the Sabbath day, when the Sabbath day, the rest is just your day off. What can you do on your day off? Whatever you choose to do. They didn't understand that. And that's why Christ had to come and show them, like, did not David go into the temple and eat the showbread? Right. Did not they pick corn? Did not, like, he had to explain to them, y'all don't even understand the law. You see what I'm saying? So it was more so to be proactive, so that when things came up, we were able to deal with it in a brotherly or sisterly way. All right? Go ahead.
What's so heavy about what you're bringing up is you know that the Isupk and the Commando Junior Hana comes in the same spirit as Christ, because the fake Israelites don't understand that law themselves.
Absolutely.
They over here saying you can't microwave on the Sabbath.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do this on the Sabbath. You can't
Right.
do that. And we come and show them, we come just like you said Christ did them. We go and do them the same way. Like, it's the day of rest.
The same way the disciples was doing them.
Right.
Because we are the disciples of Christ. We are back. And we come to set things aright before our King comes. Let me tell you, all through the Bible, the prophets always warned the people about the coming destruction before it came. And now, since 1969, it's a new thing to them, but it's old. The new thing is Christianity. But it's old because these are the old ways. The new ways are the Christian ways. That's why they keep evolving. It keeps changing. You see, I just pulled the law to tell you how to deal with inheritance, how to deal with all of this, because this is not new. This is the old way. But what Christians are trying to do is something new. That's why they let homosexuals preach and sing and do all of that. But 30 years ago, they wasn't doing that. That's new. And their doctrine is changing by the day, by the minute, because they are trying to make a philosophy that everybody can accept. We don't care about you accepting it. We just gonna tell you the truth. All right? Is that it? It look like we toward.
Yeah, we used to work.
All right, with that, we're gonna pass the class over to Trooper Yabakan. Give him a hand.
Security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. Feast of the Dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days. Wednesday, December 9th, 2020, for 8 days. First Maccabees, 4 and 52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf. Brothers and sisters, Google search the school and request directions prior to departure to school. Once arrived, click website button, and if you have pictures, you can upload them here. And these are the security announcements.
With that, imagine, bring stand, Sarah. Gonna turn face to east. Say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Wadah.
Wadah.
Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Balak Wakah. Saba'ah. Ratazayakah. Hayah. Asha. Ratazah. Wa. Hayah. Hashemayim. Latananawa. Lakam. Call. Wayam. Wasalak now. Wabawaf now. Wasalak now. Wabawaf you now. Wala'ah. Wabawaf your eye now. Manasaya 1. Labal. Shai now. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha Allah. Waha Tapara. La Awalamyam. Amad. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, the kingdom come, and will be done, on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Sorry. Turn face to front. Courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel, Madam Shabbat. Imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Yazmatah. Saw. Turn face to sisters. Men of Israel, Madam, courtesy salute to the sisters, Madam Shabbat. Imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Yazmatah. Dismiss.